to trust God in the wilderness in order to trust him in the promised land. Y'all missed that. I got it. Come on, choir. You got to trust God in the wilderness in order to trust him in the promised land. If you don't have no faith in the wilderness, he'll never let you get to your promised land. And somebody spent 2011 in the wilderness and the desert and wonder why you didn't get to the promised land. I want to suggest to you tonight that your faith was not mature enough for God to take you out of the wilderness and bring you in to your promised land. They grieved and they provoked the Lord. They tested him again. Let me tell you how you test the Lord. Let me tell you how you test the Lord. Lord, ever made a way for anybody up in here? Raise your hand. Lord made a way, and you give him another fix. And instead of you trusting God in this fix, oh, I wish I had this in mind. You let fear set in. And whenever you let fear set in, that's a way that you test the Lord. Now, anybody ever let fear the Lord bless you again? And you got out of gas thing and got in something else, and you start talking that old stuff. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, what you mean you don't know what you're going to do? If you're a child of the King, there's no such thing as you don't know what you're going to pray to the Lord and trust the Lord to make a way out of no way. But you get up and don't know what I'm going to do. Child, it's so hard. Child, I'm so broke. Child, my body got so many aches and pains. You know, I don't even feel like getting up. When you talk like that, you tempt the Lord. I wish I had somebody. But God's grace states that although you test him, he keeps on blessing you. That's why the songwriter said he keeps on. I wish I had somebody. He keeps on blessing me over and over again. He keeps on blessing me. They tested the Lord over and over again. But look what it says. It says, verse number 42. Verse number 41. Yes, again and again, they tempted God. Watch this, and I gotta let you go with this. Watch this. And limited. That's all that word. That's the word. It's right in. I didn't make it. It's right in the text. And limited the Holy One of Israel. They limited him because they provoked him and they grieved him and they tested him over and over again. My brothers and sisters, if you're not getting what you want in life, and if you're not living the blessed life, and if you're not living the victorious life, and you're not living the abundant life, it's maybe because you have limits on God. But God has not placed the limits on himself. You have placed the limits on God. It says they did not remember his power. That's right. The day when he redeemed them from the enemy. Well, my brothers and my sisters, sometimes you get a little tired of living the defeated life. Sometimes you get a little weary going through life always with your head down. You get a little tired of always having more bills then you got money. But I want to give you a prophetic challenge for 2012 that you need to take the limits off of God, because God is a mighty God. He will open your Red Seas. If you take the limits off of God, He will send manna from above. If you take the limits off of God, He will send water in your dry places. If you take the limits off of God, He'll make the lines in your life behave. If you take the limits off of God, He'll let you go through the fiery furnace. If you take the limits off of God, He'll step right on in and open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing. If you take the limits off of God, He will open your blind eyes. He'll give you the ability to walk. If you take the limits off of God, He'll give you more money than you know what to do with. If you take the limits off of God, yes, He will. He'll give you that house and you won't have to pay nobody no rent. If you take the limits off of God, He'll take you from the bus stop and give you your own car. If you take the limits off of God, He'll take you from McDonald's and bring you eating at the steakhouse. If you take the limits off of God, I say He will. He'll give it to you. Why He'll give it to you?